Hey, what's up, guys? Ashley Roberts here. Good evening. I just wanted to do a quick little video slash call for you guys. I am going to share this recording, post this recording. I know there were several of you who had wanted to get on and couldn't get on, and that's okay. I will record this. I'll record these every Sunday. But if you're able to get on, that is wonderful. So I just want to welcome you to this holiday survival group as we kick off the week of the 26th, which is tomorrow. And we're just going to get familiar with this week, kind of do a prep week, and just kind of get in the habit of consistency with fitness, with nutrition, with meal planning, understanding meal planning, portion control, and what healthy eating should look like, eliminating some bad habits and picking up some newer healthy ones, and just focusing on making this a lifestyle, closing out this year strong, and really just setting ourselves up for success in January. So this group, this is a holiday survival group. So very, very similar. I have several of you who are in another group of mine that are kind of merging the groups, kind of jumping into both. That's okay. I have one that's a long-term accountability group, this holiday survival group. We're basically going to finish out the year strong together. So if you're in both groups, that's okay. If you're listening to this recording because you had some questions or you wanted to hear a little bit of what I had to say about nutrition, wonderful. You're in the right spot. For some of you, this may be repeat information, but I'm going to just kind of cover everything, and I want to just log in to On Demand and give you guys a quick tutorial after I'm done chatting for just a few minutes. So welcome, you're here. What are some things that you need to do right away? Well, you've signed up, you've enrolled, you have your On Demand account, you have, Shakeology or Performance Line here or on the way. I'm going to be sharing some great recipes this week, and we're going to be doing some holiday Shakeology recipes too, which are some of my personal favorites. So bottom line, like once you get your stuff, dive into your box, your kit, look through your stuff. You will get, I don't have them down here, but you will get a set of portion containers. Most likely, depending on the bundle that you ordered. Excuse me, guys, I'm like battling a cold that one of my children decided to share with me. So you will get a set of those portion containers. You'll get, recipe guide, all kinds of really great tools and tips and stuff like that you can use. It can seem like a lot to get overwhelmed with. Actually, and if you enrolled as a coach, even if you're not coaching, you'll get a little coach booklet packet thing. Does not mean you need, like, if you're not going to do anything with coaching, you can use that thing as a coaster or a paperweight. You don't need to open it. You don't need to worry about that stuff because you're not coaching. Now, if you are, great, still use it as a coaster. I personally don't use that in my trainings. We kind of do our own thing. So again, that's not something to be worried about. So as far as next step goes, I usually suggest starting with 21 Day Fix first and going into your On Demand, printing out your program calendar and just starting with workouts, just getting your first week of workouts done, and taking it day by day, one workout at a time, one day at a time. Now, you and I have probably talked about what you're getting started with as far as a workout. You probably didn't just blindly sign up and here you are. We've probably talked about starting with 21 Day Fix. We've maybe talked about starting with Lift 4, depending on your fitness abilities, depending on the equipment that you have available, and depending on what you want to do next. So if you're diehard cardio, I hate weights, I'm not lifting weights, then I have a different path for you. If you want a combination of both, if you want to lose 5 to 15 pounds this next month, then, we've probably talked about a different something to do as well. So either way, get with me, or maybe you're here with another coach on our team that invited you into this group. Get with myself, get with your coach, and we'll just make sure that we know what's a great jumping off point to start with for you. So next step, meal planning, grocery shopping. Ideally, we're going to eliminate processed foods, high fatty, like sugary, fat, like fried, fatty, fast food type things as well. If you're a soda drinker, well, there's no better time than to give up soda drinking than during the holidays. So ideally, you know, there's plenty of opportunity during the holidays to indulge in holiday cocktails and sweets and treats and cakes and puddings and wine and all of those things. Excuse me, guys. So if we can eliminate any excess sugary drinks, let's do it. So I know, you know, if you're drinking multiple sodas a day, it's probably going to be a little bit tough coming off of those sodas. This is where Shakeology is ideal to come into play for those cravings, for sweet tooth cravings, for sugary cravings, for, you know, when it's after lunch and you're kind of like going down that like, oh man, I'm getting a little tired. I need a Diet Coke to pick me back up. I'm sorry. So that's where Shakeology comes in as a great afternoon snack. I know like several of us have said it's a little bit pricey. Like I'm not really, well, you know what? It's, I am so sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to wrap this up so that way you don't hear me cough the whole time. But it's worth the investment. Your health is worth the investment. Your body internally and externally is worth the investment. And this helps heal your body on a cellular level. It helps repair your cells. It helps repair the oxidative damage that has happened internally by loading our body with sugars and refined flours and just processed garbage that our body is like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to like process this and break this down. That's where these phytonutrients, these antioxidants, all these plant-powered ingredients that are in Shakeology come into play. They help heal your body. So you may notice after 5 days, you start feeling a little like supercharged. You start feeling a little energized. You may notice after 15 days that you're like, wow, like I've lost 5 pounds. I feel really like, I feel energized. I feel good. I'm not like craving, you know, weird things anymore. I'm feeling really good. And you may notice after 30 days that, you know, you're starting to get in those consistent habits. And I have women who have been using Shakeology for months and years and love the way that it continues to make them feel. And for me, that was a non-negotiable. That was a, you know what, I'm going to eliminate all the other crap so I can afford this in my monthly budget and use this because I know that there's nothing out there that's going to come close to being as good for my body as this right here. And I love how convenient it is and how easy it is to just take with, blend and take with, or bring your little packet and your almond milk and shake it up, you know, in the afternoon, or you blend it, you freeze it, and then you put it in your lunch bag. And then by 2 in the afternoon, it's a great snack and it's thawed out. So it's super versatile. So many things you can do with it. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And as far as eliminating habits go, you know, it does take time, and I don't want you to all or nothing this tomorrow. I don't want you to wake up in the morning and say, okay, I am a smoker, so immediately today I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit drinking 4 sodas a day. I'm going to only eat lettuce leaves, and I'm going to work out for an hour and a half today. Like that is, whoa, okay? We're going to take simple steps, a little bit at a time, to create that consistency. Because when you all or nothing this, if you slip one day, if you have a bad day, when you're on an all or nothing diet, when you are on a super restrictive nutrition plan. Oh, there's Shannon. Hi, Shannon. Shannon, I'm just talking and recording. So if you have anything to say, you can jump in, or you can type in the chat. But I am just, I'm just talking, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial, and then I'm going to log off and I'll post the recording. So, you can totally catch up. I'm just talking about creating healthier habits and like all or nothing. So like when you are on an all or nothing diet, when you are super restricted with certain nutrients, you can't have certain food groups and things like that. If you have one bad day, then it's very easy to say like, well, I just screwed everything up, so I might as well just continue to make this week crappy and then start over next Monday. But that is not the case here. This is a lifestyle. We're building a healthier lifestyle. What we're doing here is we're making these habits regular habits throughout our life. So for me, for example, this past weekend being Thanksgiving, yes, I had cocktails on Wednesday. My husband and I went out to dinner. We went out and had drinks. We had drinks with our neighbors. We had a really, really good time. Thursday, Thanksgiving, we ate healthy all day until we went to my parents' house. And then we had the traditional Thanksgiving meal. And I didn't turn anything down. I didn't say no to anything because I'm not going to restrict myself. And I want you guys to feel the same way. Know that you are allowed to have the things. You're allowed to have the pie. You're allowed to have the ice cream. You're allowed to have the wine or the beer. But know that moderation can allow us to continue to have these things and build a healthier lifestyle and get results. When we're consistent with our fitness, that's amazing. That helps. That really helps move our metabolism along and really helps us with the weight loss. It really helps us with staying engaged. It really helps us with our energy levels. Those workouts, and know that, you know, exercise is never a punishment for bad nutrition. If you ate like crap all weekend, Thursday and then Friday and then Saturday, and like you're still eating pie today, like I did a little bit earlier, know that you don't have to just kill yourself with workouts Monday through Friday this week. You know what? So what? We have holidays, we have off days, and this is a holiday survival group. So we're focusing on balance, but we're also focusing on keeping those habits consistent. So I always say moderation, never deprivation. So I never want you to feel like you have to deprive yourself of any certain foods or things, but I also want you to appreciate that motto, moderation, never deprivation, because I want you to know, okay, like I probably, like if this, and this is me, and I was having a conversation with my husband tonight. I'm like, we have been having a glass of wine probably too many more nights than we should have, like just over the last month or two. Like we, you know, that one night a week of having a couple glasses of wine has turned into like 3 nights a week of having 1 or 2 glasses of wine. And sometimes it's been more than that. Sometimes it's been nightly. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is why we're seeing our like progress slow down a little bit, because we are having a little bit more indulgences than we normally allow for. So I understand that it's the holiday season and we do want to indulge, but also, and we had a heart to heart tonight, and I said, let's finish off, granted there's 6 days this week. Let's finish off November with no booze November. So we both have committed to, we're going to finish this week strong. We're going to nail our workouts. We're going to meal prep tonight and tomorrow, which we did a little meal prepping earlier today. And we're going to finish this month strong and go strong into December. So these are all things I'm going to be sharing with you guys throughout the group, how we create those healthier habits, how we just make this a lifestyle, and just do your best daily. It's one day at a time. Make each day count. If you didn't have a good day, it doesn't mean that it's an end all be all. Know that like we have bad days, we have rough days, we have struggle bus days. Know that with your workouts, like you're going to be sore for a while. And sore is good. Sore means change is coming. So know that, you know, when you're getting into a routine, modify as much as you need to. Listen to your body. Allow your body to tell you, okay, Ashley, you're struggling with this move, so maybe slow it down a little bit and focus on your form. Or maybe, you know, this workout, I'm using too heavy weights here, so I need to switch and put some lighter, you know, use some lighter weights just so I can kind of feel better about the move. And maybe you get through your 30-minute workout and you can do a really good first 10 minutes. And then the next 20 minutes, you're really struggling. That's okay. Continue to move your body in some way, shape, or form as long as you're moving. And I tell people, I teach a 45-minute insanity class Tuesdays and Fridays. And I tell my people in my class, especially my newbies, listen, like, it's okay to modify. It's okay to slow it down. It's okay to listen to your body and do what your body is allowing you to do. I never want anyone to injure themselves, but I want you to push to that limit to where you know, okay, I can do this. but also know that that it's okay to modify, it's okay to slow it down, but continued movement is good. So if you're doing a cardio move that's really, really tough, there's always a modifier for every program. Follow the modifier. And excuse me, follow the modifier and just continue to move. Continue to move for that 30 minutes. Your body will thank you. Even if you're not doing the workout to perfection, you're still moving. It's better than not moving at all. So I have a meal plan I made today. I will post it in the group. I do want to log in real quick and do a quick share on Team Beachbody. So this is just how you access everything. So you're going to go to Team Beachbody and to access your on-demand workouts, and I'll show you guys everything that's on there. You can also download the Beachbody On Demand app for iPhone and Android. It's BOD or Beachbody On Demand, and there's also a nutrition app too that you can download both. So you can actually stream BOD from your phone. You can stream it from a smart TV, a Fire Stick, a Roku, Chromecast. I stream from my tablet sometimes. We have our Fire Stick in our workout room on the TV now. And sometimes we stream it from our phones, like if we're traveling. So just the Beachbody On Demand app. And you can go in here and you can, on Wi-Fi, you can download and save your workouts, but that's just what the app looks like. Okay, so you're going to go in here. It will ask you to sign in up here. If you're not already signed in, I always just save my login, or you can just click on Beachbody On Demand and it will probably ask you to sign in again if you're not already logged in. So I do need to log in. I do have that saved. Okay. So you'll get to your Beachbody On Demand, and this looks very, very similar on on your streaming device, or it will just pop up on our Fire Stick. It gives us like the app that we click on that says Beachbody On Demand, but then this looks very similar. So up here you have, which I love accessing all of this from the computer. There's all kinds of stuff on here, these really great tools. The blog, I'll show you guys that real quick. There are so many amazingly motivational things in here. There's recipes, there's tips on weight loss, diet tips, nutrition, different results from different programs. I mean, thousands and thousands of recipes on here. This is my go-to spot for recipes when I'm doing my meal plans. I come in here, I look for, okay, I know I have a dinner recipe. I want to grill something, and then there's all these really great recipes. Or there's, let's see, chicken recipes. Like this is like a favorite of mine. I go in and I find, you know, some really good, this is, ooh, I love this one, slow cooker chicken tacos. And then it breaks down each recipe if you're using the portion containers, and we'll go through that. You know, it gives you your recipe, it gives you your cooking times, it gives you your nutrition facts, but it also shows you like your portion container equivalents here. If you're doing Portion Fix or To Be Mindset, and then just these images are wonderful too. But there's all kinds of goodies as far as that goes. So back to the workouts. With each program you have this, come on. So let's find 21 Day Fix, which is our most popular and really just an amazing beginner program. That's where I started 4 years ago, and I love it. So you'll see your workout list. There's an overview that just talks a little bit about the program. Your program materials is key. This is where you can click your Start Here, read a Start Here guide. These are your tally sheets for your portion containers, your calendar and tracking. You can pull this up and you can print this out, which I personally recommend doing. you print this out, and this is your calendar for the week. So you cross off each day. If that's easier for you, you repeat this calendar Monday through Sunday. I will tell you, Sunday yoga is a little bit of a tough yoga challenge, but it's a really, really good stretch. Wednesday or Thursday Pilates is great. You don't need any equipment for that. It's a really good workout, and it's just a kind of a stretching on the floor type thing, but also very, very good. And these workouts are designed that way for a reason. So you allow your body to rest for a certain amount of days after certain workouts. Leg day being before that, you're going to thank her that Pilates day is the next day. So you're able to print that out. There's all kinds of nutrition tips in here. The nutrition plan, take your time going through this stuff. I'm going to cover a lot of this week, but there's also, FAQs. If you like to listen to Spotify while you work out, there's playlists on here, but there's really just so many awesome resources here, and it does that for every single program. I know, look at this, like 184 pages. Are you kidding me? Like, just tell me the basics. But you can sit on your computer and you can scroll through some of this stuff and just kind of get a little bit of an understanding for it. I will tell you this part here, and we'll figure out this caloric recommendation this week, is very, very important. So figuring out what caloric range, excuse me, you need to be in is ideal. That does not mean that you have to use a calorie tracking app. There is a 21-day fix app where you can log your containers. I usually say stick to the 1,500 to 1,799 range, and this just shows you how many containers a day. No, you don't have to eat your food out of the containers. I just use these as little measuring cups. So an ideal meal for lunch or dinner could be something like one green, which is some stir fry veggies, one yellow, which is a carb, which is like brown rice, and one red, which is chicken. And then you'd have like a stir fry. You could do a teaspoon of sesame oil in there. You could do a little orange container of like a vinaigrette dressing. If you were adding healthy fats in there, like if maybe you're making a salad, your avocado is a healthy fat, hummus is a healthy fat, almonds are a healthy fat. So that's kind of a typical healthy fat across the board. One of those during the day. So that's a really, really great tool to use as a resource. And like I said, we'll dive into that a little bit more. And then there's these little tally sheets that you can print out. There's some really, really good information in here about nutrition plan, a lot of recipes, a lot of, ways to just eat according to the containers, food lists and things like that. And I will say the ones toward the top are a lot more nutrient dense versus the ones toward the bottom. But that doesn't mean that cucumbers are a bad choice. I eat a ton of cucumbers. Peppers, we eat a ton of peppers. It's just the way that they have it set up as far as nutrients go. Obviously, raspberries are going to be a lot better for you than a container of tomato sauce or salsa. Honeydew melon is great. It does have a lot of natural fruit sugars in it though, so that's why it tends to go toward the bottom. But berries are always going to be a great choice. So they're great for snacking, great for throwing in smoothies to make Shakeology. And then again, these proteins, I'm going to tell you guys, I've never eaten a sardine in my life, and I'm not going to. So I'm not going to be buying sardines. Same thing with squab and goat. We typically eat chicken. We typically eat eggs. We eat some fish. We eat wild game. My husband is a hunter, so we have a lot of deer in our freezer. I eat Greek yogurt. We do egg whites. And then again, like lean ground meats. But there's all kinds of other things in here. If you're a vegetarian, then you probably are going to be taking advantage of tempeh and tofu and things like that. And you can also do veggie burgers. If you're a vegetarian, though, we need to talk because there's a different set of food lists that are specific to vegetarians and vegans as well. Shakeology is also a red because it does have a higher protein content in there. So that does count as one of your red containers. And that's an easy container to get in because you're like, boom, here's my shake, here's my berries, here's my almond milk. Almond milk counts as like a teaspoon, even though you use 8 ounces of it. Throw a cup of spinach in there. You've got an extra thing of veggies in for the day. So you don't have to worry about eating celery at like 9 p.m. Like you've got your spinach in your shake. So that makes a really good use of containers. Shakeology does. Carbs, sweet potato. As a fitness competitor, I'm going to tell you guys, sweet potatoes are going to be one of the best carb dense foods that you can eat. Sweet potatoes, beans are very good for you. Lentils are very good for you. But when you're doing the carbs, just be mindful of this yellow container, because this is where a lot of us tend to go overboard with eating carbohydrates. Because I can easily eat 4 containers of rice and think that it's okay if I'm making a burrito bowl. Like, oh, I'll just cover the whole bottom of the bowl, and I end up eating 4 servings of what I should be eating, and that's kind of where things kind of fall to the wayside. So just be mindful of this. It will be an adjustment for a couple weeks. I usually say use the containers for the first 3 weeks just to get familiar with how food should look on your plate. And it really just simplifies things. If you're a visual person like I am, it just makes more sense to see how it should look on your plate. And again, don't feel like you have to eat out of those containers, because I don't. I like use them kind of as measuring cups, and then I just dump them on my plate or in my bowl. But there's a lot of good things in here. And again, like, don't feel like, okay, waffles are on here, 1 waffle. Probably wouldn't suggest having 1 waffle for all of your carb sources all the time. Those are kind of like the ones toward the bottom. Probably like indulge a couple times a week maybe, but I wouldn't count those as like your sole carb source. Again, blues are your healthy fats, orange is your dressings and seeds, and then your teaspoons are like your oils and nut butters and things like that. And then again, you can substitute some of these. Now, almond milk doesn't usually count as oh, did you have a question? Oh, you were talking to somebody else.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'll just put you on mute if you wanna. So yeah, you can sub out, like, say it's like Friday and you're like, maybe I'm not gonna have my carb at dinner time. Maybe I'm gonna have a glass of wine with dinner instead. There you go. There's your yellow. Because wine is heavier in carbs, because it has a lot of sugar in it. But yes, like, you can have, and don't feel like you can't have your alcoholic beverages. Again, moderation, never deprivation. But I wouldn't get rid of, like, don't not have carbs the whole week so you can have 2 bottles of wine on the weekend. Like, as tempting as that may be, I would probably advise against that. So all kinds of goodies in here. And then let me just go back. But this 21-day, or this Beachbody On Demand hub, is where you're going to find a lot of goodies here. And again, like your programs, your workout list, you're just coming in and you're hit and play on your workout. It tells you what kind of weights you need, and make sure that you get some good stretching in. And I will also show you guys, where is the, oops. There are some bonus workouts in here. And then if you are looking for like just like a good stretching workout or something, you can go into the yoga and you can do a yoga workout. And there is, let's see, one of my favorite stretching workouts is, where is it? Is it in, let me just find it. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm not even looking in the right spot. Let me find it. Core de Force. I love Core de Force. Lift 4 also has a good one. There's a good stretching workout here in Lift 4. Where is it? Am I losing my mind? Recovery workouts. There they are. I knew they were in here. There's this stretch. It's just a 9-minute stretch. So if you feel sore, if you do have a foam roller, you can do that roll and recover. This lift force stretch is a really good stretch. So I would probably incorporate that in there with your workouts regularly. There's also a good one in Core de Force, and also 80-Day Obsession has a good stretching workout too. Core de Force relief, and then this active recovery is a 20-minute good stretch type workout. So that's all I have for you guys. 9 o'clock. All right, so I'm gonna close out. Shannon, did you have any questions before I log out?
No, not right now.
Okay. Well, just message me if you do. And then if anybody has any questions, just send me a message, post them in the group. We will kick off tomorrow with workouts and just really get going this week, getting familiar. I have a few more that are set to join within this next week. So we'll kind of just get the ball rolling this week, kind of just get our mindset, happening, and then we're going to start really full force come next Monday, the 3rd. And yeah, so let's have an awesome week, guys. Get some rest and let's do the thing. We will start kicking butt tomorrow. All right, thanks for getting on, Shannon. You guys have a good night. Bye.